Well, that was a shocker. I don't know how many people didn't see that coming. Crazy, crazy times. Bob and I were actually just talking about this, whether it be a network marketing company, whether it be an industry or another facility. And I have been in so many conversations and my inbox is just blowing up, going like, what happened? Why did it happen? The rumors, the speculations. And I thought, like, I just gotta pop in and say hi and talk about it, because it's healing for me and it might be healing for you. And if I can do one thing, which is add perspective, insights, ideas, like, I'm not here to talk about the negativity, the drama, you know, there's enough of that in the world. I certainly wouldn't want to bring that into my life, nor have that with you. But I think a quote that my dad once said, and please say hello. Hey, Yvette, what's going on, Maria? Say hello, please. Say hello, and let's just come together for a little bit. But my dad once told me, when I was a baby girl, and if you've ever heard this saying, say, me too, I've heard this. My dad always preached to me. Of course, my dad was born in 1945. He said, like, work hard and take care of your company, and your company will take care of you. Have you ever heard that? Okay. And that stuck with me. Like, it gave me a sense of pride with what I do, of work ethic, of desire, maybe accidentally a little bit of a people pleaser in some of my years, which didn't serve me. But remembering that now, fast forward, like, this isn't like something maybe his dad told him that. And we carry that within ourselves. And Bob and I were talking about this last night on the porch, and we're talking about, like, it comes down to remembering that this is a business. This is an industry. So just like, you know, Hudson Bay Company up here in Canada is like going through foreclosure and restructuring. Sears and Roebuck, they just went through foreclosure, and not so recently, but that was a little bit ago. We talk about the whole closure of 31 Gifts, and also Tupperware, the total restructuring of Beachbody, Roden and Field, Saint, Pure Romance, Color Street. It just went through that too. So we're not alone in this. So how can we remember that what happens behind those closed corporate doors, we don't know what's happening. You know, it comes down to economics, it comes down to finance, it comes down to corporate business and decisions. And we have to remember sometimes, while we have a lot of passion and excitement and a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and there's, you know, men and women like me and you that have spent tens of hundreds of hours, thousands of hours pouring into the people around us. You know, our side sisters, our upline, our downline, we're all interconnected. But it comes down at a corporate level that this is just a business. And with, you know, their suit and ties and a swipe of a pen, it happens. Like, and it happens more often than you can think. When I was working in the industry that I was in corporate, it was the same thing. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, we're great. You know, we got new areas and new markets we're going to open up. And all of a sudden, we went from 4 shifts to 3 shifts, and one whole shift was laid off. You know, I actually had to apply for a backup janitorial position so I would at least have some money coming in to feed my kids. Bob was in a similar situation at his job and employment, where in October they said, like, this is great, we're opening up into new markets, we're gonna get more trucks, we're gonna hire more drivers. And then he got his walking papers on December the 15th. I think he said it was. Like, Christmas is already bought on the books, right? It's just crazy, but it's economics and it's business. And I have to always remember that we have to take care of each other, and we have to remember that the end is just a new beginning. So what can we do? You know, after the anger and the frustration, some tears, what can we do? And focus on the, you know, remembering where our focus and our energy goes. Like, who are we even without that network marketing company, without that social retailing, MLM, whatever you want to call it? What do we still have? And what can we do that is, you know, going to benefit our friends and family, our upline, our downline, our team, our customers, whatever it is. Hey, Jackie. Hello, woman. So I was thinking about this, and I'm not sure why Facebook Live is like really super zoomed today, like all the zooms. But what we can do, and I already checked on this, is like I cannot email my customers. I have an email list of over 600 customers in my customer list within Modere, and I would have loved to be able to email them. I would have loved to be able to reach out and like let them know what's going on, but you know, they open it up today and it just gives them the same little pop-up that we all got in our email, that they're closed 23 later, year, blah, blah, blah. So I can't do that. So what I would suggest, if your company, in your network marketing, you're an affiliate marketer, whatever it is, screenshot and begin downloading your customer list, okay? Put that into a Google Drive, put it into an Excel spreadsheet, go to, you know, MailChimp or Aweber, GoDaddy, whatever it is, and get a real inexpensive, like a domain. So you can take, you worked for those customers. You supported them, you trained them about the products, you've nurtured them through the ups and downs, you've kept them in the loop, you've been a good steward of an online marketer. So just because the company closed, I'm kicking myself in the butt that I had not done that, okay? So take my lesson, you know, protect your email list, okay? That's yours, you know, the company might be emailing them on your behalf, great. They're not half as good as you are, and you know it. So the other one is, you know, if you have some chats, maybe you have it like a VIP Christmas chat, or like a Mother's Day chat, a sales chat here in Facebook Messenger, message them. Again, note their names down, that they at one time were a maybe, a yes, next time, or an ordering past customer or current customer. So that's immediately where you can go. And same thing with your Facebook groups. If you have a nurturing Facebook group that you can connect, you can go through that membership list and you can connect with those people at a personal level. Okay, don't put yourself into Facebook jail by sending out too many messages at the same time, but you know what I'm talking about, Willis, right? So, and of course it comes back to that thing that we all were being taught. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, brand ourselves, okay? When they always say we're our own CEO. Well, then act like it. Stop like just spewing what the company is preaching and promoting, and share it your way, with your words, your nuances, your energy, your enthusiasm, your twist of what matters most to you, and connect with those people, branding yourself and not just being like this, you know, a puppet for the company. You are then indispensable and you become irreplaceable because you are your own CEO. They tell us to do it, but most of us don't step up to the plate and, you know, still have like our company products spewed all over our pages and all over our Facebook banner. Put you out there, lead with you, because that's who the people are going to connect with. That's who people are going to converse with. You know, that's what connected them to you, is you and your experiences, your passions, your purpose of what ignites you is going to help connect with them. So if you haven't been doing it already, dig into brand yourself online, okay? So the other one is, which I actually did a year ago, I actually just had my first anniversary, is I diversified my income. And even though it's actually my 8-year anniversary with Modere in a couple days, after our second year here in Mexico in the wintertime, this is now our third winter in Mexico, I come back to Canada with 7 months boxes of product to stay commission qualified, so I could earn money, earn my paycheck. And I'm going like, I had then 6 months being in Canada, and I had to somehow use up that product I had stashed at my daughter's house, and then order 6 months more to stay commission qualified. I quickly discovered that this business model wasn't going to work for me. I'm getting hot. Gotta tie my hair up. So diversify your income. If diversification with the right fit, and I got a real high bun. Wow, that's a big bun, Roxanne. 1 second. back up a little bit. Holy cow. Diversify your income. If you can find something that truly doesn't really conflict with what you got going on, okay, and it's a good fit for what you want to do in life. Maybe you're kind of like me and you're semi-retired and you still want to have your retirement account. You still want to live debt-free. You still want to have money in the savings account to pay for your airplane or buy things and travel, and, you know, whether it even be groceries or just, you know, not having sticker shock at the blueberries for a pint of blueberries because your kids love blueberries and you want to buy blueberries. So if diversification fits, then do it. I personally added digital marketing to my portfolio because it's congruent. It can go with me wherever I go. I don't have to worry about, well, Modere doesn't ship to Mexico, so I can't get the products. And really, there's only so much I could pack in the suitcase, okay? I love it, but I'm not gonna pack a whole extra suitcase for those supplements. Does it make me sad that they closed? Yes, because like actually was on my to-do list this week. I was going to order some more skincare. I love Modere skincare. The Bakuchiol booster was amazing. The serum was delightful. The other thing that I absolutely love, of course, was their liquid biocell collagen. And I really hope that somehow that gets back out there, whether that patent gets taken back by the owner, that I hope that product somehow gets back on the market, because there's going to be a whole bunch of really crabby women by not having that bougie collagen. It is the GOAT. It is the original trifecta on that collagen. So I believe that somehow, some way it's going to be back out there. But until then, you know, so going back, it's like diversify your income, okay? Find a way that you can still do the things you want to do without being the slick and the ick and the weird and the trick. So whatever that is for you. However, and there's so many ways to make money online. Another one recently come into my inbox, literally into my inbox, is because I've had women say, like, Roxanne, I don't want to do the video. I don't want the selfies. And I don't want to travel. I'm a homebody. I love my dog more than I love my job. So what can I do? Like, do you have anything for me? Do you have any ideas of how I can make extra money? And yes, I do. I have something that's completely off of social media. You don't have to do video. You don't have to take pictures. You don't have to like sell anything to anybody. It's completely off the internet from home sweet home, okay? So if you're a homebody, then yes, I do have options. And those are a lot more promoted and talked about over on Pinterest. I don't even think I've talked about the other one where you can earn money from home, sweet home, and never put your face on social media. And keep it a secret from your friends and family, because sometimes, you know, they're not your biggest cheerleaders. So those are just some ideas that you can feel empowered. Like, you know, instead of, you know, we have to go through that grieving process. Oh, and by the way, right now, there's tens of thousands of men and women that are grieving. So whether they were in Beachbody, Roden and Fields, Saint, Pure Romance, Color Street, 31 Gifts, Modere, or Tupperware, don't be a baby vampire. Give these women some time to breathe and grieve, okay? If they're a smart, savvy businesswoman, which you know, I know what you market. I know what you sell. I can probably go find the compensation plan online if I want to. Now, I do have some very close dear friends, and they did reach out to me going like, I'm here if you're looking. But don't be a better advocate for the industry. Because right now there's this ripple effect that's going along. It's not just Modere. Like I said, I just gave you a whole list of companies that have experienced this. So don't do that to them. Because right now, this ripple effect of negativity and drama is going through. So we, as leaders and powerful women, need to step up and be a better leader. We need to step up and be a better advocate for the industry as a whole, because there are some really good things about this industry. The power of positivity, the power of sisterhood, connection, tribe. Like, I forget who recently said that. Maybe it was you, Christina, say like a rising tide lifts all ships. So yeah, like once in a while in those bad storms, a ship's gonna go down and it's gonna happen. But we have to remember that sometimes it's hurtful to think, but I truly feel that sometimes we are a cog in the wheel of big business. Like I said, we don't know what goes on behind corporate doors, the flash of a pen, and and hundreds and thousands of women's lives have been changed. So we need to do better as a whole and be more loving, more kind, more supportive, more generous, without the negativity and the drama, because God knows there's enough of it in the world. We don't need to be bringing it on ourselves. But yeah, hopefully if you catch this in the middle, say hi by all means. Say replay if you catch this in replay. I gave you at least 4 or 5 really tangible, doable things that can protect you in your business moving forward, because you are your own CEO. So, you know, it's time to get up, straighten your crown or your messy hair bun, you know, and lift each other's up, okay? So, I will see you guys in the sunny side of life as always, and focus on the can-dos. Focus on the can-dos, because the end is often just a new beginning.